What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down some very important data that just came out. We just had PCE and Jerome Powell give a speech, so I'm going to break down that information, talk about how it could affect the markets going into Monday, and how things are looking in my opinion. But let me first say that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon in just a couple of days, in just 2 days from now. Anyways, for the market, we're actually not really seeing much of a reaction because the market's closed today. Don't forget that today is Good Friday. The stock market is closed. We're not really trading. That's why I didn't really upload any early morning videos or do anything like that. There's not really much going on with the markets. We did have some data that came out and Jerome Powell's speech. So I'll talk about those real quick before I break down some charts. So for the data, today is Friday, March 29th. It's Good Friday. The stock market is closed, but the data still came out. We had PCE data coming out. Now, PCE is very similar to CPI. It's also heavily influenced by CPI, but just know that the Fed tends to use PCE more, and the Fed tends to prefer this inflationary method. So, with that being said, core PCE month over month was up 0.3%. That was aligned with expectations, not bad whatsoever. Personal income month over month was 0.3%. That's also aligned with expectations. And personal spending went up just a little bit at 0.8%. This is going up quite a bit as we're still seeing high spending that's going on. This could be heavily influenced by other pieces of data like inflation and the current seasonality period. But it's not necessarily the end of the world. Don't forget, we had February, Valentine's Day. So it is what it is. Not really that important, though. For PCE, for all items month over month, this was at 0.3% aligned with expectations, a little bit lower than expected, so not too bad. For PCE year over year, so this is the most important PCE part, it was at 2.5%. This is aligned with expectations, a little bit on the hotter end. And this is what I warned you guys about looking at CPI. CPI did go up during the previous report. We also saw PCE go up just a tiny bit, but it's still very close to expectations, so not too bad. And then finally, we had core PCE at 2.8%. This is aligned with expectations on the hotter end at 2.8%. Not too bad. It also went down compared to the previous report. So I'd say that core PCE was decent. PCE for all items was okay, a little bit on the hotter end compared to some estimates, but not too bad whatsoever. For the most part, the data is aligned with expectations. Then after that, we had Jerome Powell giving a speech, and that's it for data for today. So what did Powell say? Not really much again. Jerome Powell was actually in a very, very important discussion in San Francisco, California. He was talking a lot about macroeconomics and monetary policy. Here are some of the quotes that he said. He said that his first thought on PCE was the fact that it came in line with expectations, which is true for the most part. He also said that February reading is definitely more along the lines of what they want to see. Reducing rates too soon would be very, very disruptive. Waiting too long could mean unneeded damage to the economy and the labor market. The economy is strong, no need to hurry when it comes to cutting rates. He also talked about how they have to make the right decisions and just the same old things he typically says. So the Fed is basically telling us that they're getting ready to cut rates. They don't want to cut them too early, but they don't want to wait too long because it could have some unnecessary damage on the economy. So we're going to be very, very patient and see how things go. He continued to say that the Fed has to continue to monitor the situation, but he said, and I quote, "The economy is strong. No need to cut on those rates." So I think that this is a little bit more positive for the market. I'd say that Powell was actually in the middle, maybe a little bit more on the dovish side again. So with him being a bit more dovish and with the data coming in aligned with expectations, this is not really a catalyst that's going to cause the market to crash or tank or anything like that. This has been decent for the markets. So on SPY, we have a potential cup and handle like structure. It is possible that SPY kind of like comes down and starts pushing, or just gaps up and starts pushing from here for one more push. It could still happen as the data came in that was quite decent, and we have Jerome Powell giving a speech. So far, the chart on SPY is bullish. There's no sign of this breaking down yet. And in order for us to turn bearish, I want to see it at least lose this white trend line. Hasn't done so yet. And there's not really a really bad factor or catalyst right now for the markets. So far, so good from SPY. Could continue to hold up. Now, on top of all of this, for Tesla, Tesla's looking a little bit weak. Just know that this data could cause it to pop and drop. I think it might come down a little bit more to fill this gap. It does look a little bit weaker compared to the markets. But part of the reason why Tesla could underperform is because the expectations for its deliveries are not really the strongest. So that could lead to some downside. It's not the end of the world, though, because even if Tesla does drop a little bit more, comes down to fill the gap a bit going into Monday, right? The market is closed today. I'm just talking about Monday. It's not really the biggest factor. The biggest factor is going to be deliveries coming out for Tuesday. So we'll see what that causes for Tesla. That's going to be very, very important. So I'm going to get ready for that. Nvidia is kind of indecisive. This could also kind of be resembling like a nice accumulation structure. So like right here with these wicks forming. If this is also resembling like a cup and handle, we have to get a breakout above 908. If we do so, this could push to 920. We're not really there yet. We're not ready yet. We have to give this some time. But let me just make it clear that Nvidia is showing some life that's trying to base, is trying to rebound. So we'll have to see how things end up going. So that being said, I just want to say that Nvidia has some potential to bounce, technically speaking. And since all the data was decent, maybe external pieces of news could affect it. It's still holding up quite well. It's still kind of in this range, but we'll see if we get some kind of bounce or not. For the QQQ, this is looking decent as well. It was trading sideways for the most part, not as strong as SPY. We also have this range that's been in. So we'll see if we get one more pop thanks to Jerome Powell saying some positive things, and the PCE data. We could retest 446, could get a little rebound on Monday, then come back down. So I'm not really expecting a crazy move for this, as this is looking like kind of flat right now, not really doing a whole lot. So I'll be patient with that. And the same thing could be said about Apple looking a little bearish on the technical side. So we'll see if it gets like a pop and drop or anything like that. We're gonna, we're gonna continue to be stuck within this range as long as we're below our 200 EMA at 172.84. So it's very boring, very very range bound, and it could get a little attempt to push again thanks to Jerome Powell and the other factors. But that's all I'm seeing for now on the charts. All right, so that's your very very quick update. I want to thank you all for listening. I might not post as much today. I might do one more video, maybe a little bit later on, and then I'll do a few videos for Saturday. But I just want to say there's a weekend coming up. I might not post as much. I just want to take a little break, possibly, but then I'll be back to normal by like Sunday. I should be back by Sunday. So we'll see. I might post like how I normally do, anyways. Today I posted very late because I was taking some time off, as there wasn't really anything going on with the market until all this data came out. So I was just waiting for all of it to come out, and that's all that happened so far. So once again, the economic data was decent with PCE. And then Jerome Powell came out. The guy was a little bit more dovish. It's a little bit more bullish for the markets. There's not really a very negative catalyst just yet. So we could get one more pop on SPYs from kind of like a cup and handle like structure. This could be kind of positive, but there are going to be other factors affecting the charts from like news and such. So be patient for now. A lot of people are talking about how there's going to likely be a correction coming soon in the markets. I think it's very, very probable we do get one during Q2 between now and like June, but there's no sign of it starting yet. So don't just start shorting the market blindly. We have to watch for confirmation first. The market has not started to crash right now. We're not crashing right now. It could happen in the future. Could happen, maybe not a crash, but like a little pullback. It could happen in the future, right? It may take a couple of weeks and another couple of months, but it's not happening just yet, and we don't have the negative catalyst just yet. So we just have to wait and see. This market could still go higher. It's still on an uptrend, so give the market the time it needs, and we'll see how things go. All right. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. I'll see you guys possibly in a couple of hours, and then I'll upload a little bit more during the weekend and see you guys once again very soon. All right. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, and peace out.